It's Loser Leaves Town. Ron Powers against Ricky Cruz today on SICW Wrestling Explosion. Hello, this is Larry Matisick. No disqualification, anything goes, there must be a winner. In retrospect, those conditions probably lead to controversy, but that's the deal for Cruz and Powers after all the wild, brutal battles these two have had. The loser is gone from SICW for the rest of the year. We'll also hear from Big Jim Hofarth. In addition, Classic Action is back, Dewey Robertson and Ken Patera. Right after this, Powers versus Cruz. It's Loser Leaves Town, Ron Powers against Ricky Cruz, and Ricky Cruz on the attack against Ron Powers. No disqualification, anything goes, there must be a winner. That's what these two guys wanted, that's what Powers wanted, that's what Cruz wanted. They've been in brawls, they've battered each other, black and blue, bloody, they've done it all. Well, now somebody is going to be out of SICW for the rest of 2014, either Powers or Cruz. There goes Ron Powers outside the ring, and look at that building at SICW packed to the gills. The East Carondelet Community Center standing room only for Powers and Cruz. Powers slams Cruz into the ring post. Timekeeper and ring announcer Ben Simon trying to get out of the way. Powers grabs a chair. Oh, referee Keith Smith Jr. grabbing the chair, and I'm sure Powers saying, wait a minute, hey, anything's supposed to go. But nonetheless, it opened up a spot for Ricky Cruz to attack Ron Powers. Anything can happen in a situation like this. Ricky Cruz, all the bad feelings, and you know, there have been bad feelings both ways. Who's at fault? Was it something to do with Ricky Cruz's younger brother that Ron Powers put out of wrestling years ago down in Puerto Rico when Ricky was just starting to get involved in wrestling? Who knows? Who can tell? There's so many stories. It's been so twisted and turned over the last 2 years. This much is for sure. It's a nasty, nasty feud between Ron Powers and Ricky Cruz. Ron Powers was a classic wrestling champion. Ricky Cruz managed to take that title away from him. Oh, and right there, Ricky Cruz, after being pounded on the head, drops face first into the mat. Powers whips Cruz into the ropes. Big boot to the chin. Big boot to the chin. Anything goes, no disqualification. Ricky Cruz trying to come to his feet now after taking a pretty good beating here early in the bout. Loser leaves town. Wait a minute. There's Flash Flanagan. Flash Flanagan tripping Powers, and Flash Flanagan pounding on the back of Ron Powers. We all know there's no love lost between Flash Flanagan and Ron Powers, just like Cruz and Powers. Flanagan and Powers, well, that's a nasty situation too. Not that Flanagan and Cruz love each other. That's not true either. Whoa, double clothesline by Ron Powers. And he puts both Flash Flanagan and Ricky Cruz on the mat. Outside the ring goes Flanagan, pitched there by Ron Powers. Cruz misses a clothesline. Powers, whoa, he grabs Cruz. Pile driver. The pile driver, the favorite finishing maneuver of Ron Powers. Could this be it? He covers Ricky Cruz, kind of 1, 2, and whoa. Where'd the referee go? Flash Flanagan grabbed the referee. Keith Smith Jr. pulled him out of the ring and then slammed him into the ring post. And here's Big Jim Hofarth. Big Jim Hofarth outside the ring. Hofarth battering Flash Flanagan. Hofarth coming to the aid of Ron Powers. But Powers, it looked like he had Ricky Cruz pinned. And look, he still got him covered. That count's got to be up to 10. Powers covering Cruz with the referee. Outside the ring, his head banged into the ring post, and here comes referee Jay King, and oh! Ricky Cruz manages to kick out at the count of 2 when the second referee comes into the ring after Powers has delivered that pile driver to Ricky Cruz. Keith Smith Jr. injured outside the ring. His dad, Keith Smith Sr., the commissioner of SICW, helping him up and out of the ring area. So I guess Jay King is now the referee for Powers and Cruz, and Ron Powers just going forward, 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 refusing to quit, pounding on Cruz, but he's got to be just so bitter right now. He had the victory. Oh, and Cruz comes spinning out with a flying kick that puts Ron Powers down. Both men stunned now. Powers had Cruz covered after that pile driver. Ricky Cruz using his jacket to strangle Ron Powers. Cruz saying, there's no disqualification. Jay King saying, come on, stop it, stop it. It's a tough situation for a referee, and here's one of the things I think in retrospect, if Herb Simmons and I had to talk about this again, we'd think twice before you're ever doing a no disqualification, anything goes match like this one more time. I don't know if it was in the best interest of everybody involved, because I don't know if it necessarily led to the best man winning, or did it? We'll see. We shall see. Cruz strangling Powers over the second rope. Powers again being strangled. Now, Ron, that adrenaline has to be taking a sudden drop after he thought he had the victory, landing a pile driver on Ricky Cruz, but not getting the pin with it. And Cruz had plenty of time to recover with everything that was going on, thanks to Flash Flanagan. Flash Flanagan in that ring to attack Ron Powers, and finally Big Jim Holforth coming to the rescue of Ron Powers. Whoa, what a sequence that was. Ricky Cruz arguing with some of the fans. Ricky starting to feel pretty cocky right now as he's making a little bit of a comeback against Powers. Powers shaking. That spinning kick really hurt him. Big body slam by Cruz on Powers. Cruz really getting cocky. Bounces off the ropes, drops that knee right into the forehead. The knee bouncing off the head like a basketball, except the basketball made out of kneecap on the head of Ron Powers. Powers hurting right now. Again, Cruz strangling. The crowd yelling not such friendly words to Ricky Cruz. Powers a big favorite here now. Over the years, Ron Powers has been a favorite. He's been not a favorite with some of the fans here. But in the end, I think they all recognize he comes to fight. He is, a terminology, shame on me, I'm blushing. Forgive me for saying it. He's a badass. It's exactly what Ron Powers is when he comes to that ring. And he's not afraid to fight, and he's not afraid to battle anybody on any terms. And he's proving that here against Ricky Cruz. Again, Cruz baiting the fans, trash-talking the fans. A punch to the forehead of Ron Powers by Ricky Cruz. A kick right to the sternum by Cruz. Another shot to the forehead by Cruz on Powers. Remember when Flash Flanagan opened Powers up? I know Ricky Cruz would like to do that too. He'd like to see the blood pouring out of the head of Ron Powers. But Powers says, wait a minute, I am not quitting. I am not quitting. He fires Cruz to the ropes and catches him with a big clothesline. A second clothesline by Ron Powers. A third clothesline by Powers on Cruz. And suddenly now it's Cruz begging for a timeout. He wants a little bit of time. I don't think he's going to get it here from Ron Powers. Oh no, says Ron Powers. Oh, and a quick shot to the eye by Ricky Cruz. A thumb right in the eye. That one hurt. That's something you feel for a while. But Powers reverses the arm whip and uses a clothesline again to take Ricky Cruz down. Ron Powers going up on the ropes. What's he thinking here? Diving headbutt. The shades of Harley Race, something that Ron Powers does so well. The diving headbutt, driving his head into the neck of Ricky Cruz. Wait, what do we got going here? Bull Bronson and Ken Casa and Travis Cook. Since when is Bronson allied with Cook and Casa? Powers fighting back against Bull Bronson and Iron Man Ken Casa, the classic champion, as Travis Cook yells instructions. Casa goes over the top rope. That time it was Cruz who put Casa out over the top rope, and then Powers puts Bronson out over the top rope. Powers and Cruz were kind of fighting, protecting each other there for a moment, almost as though they wanted to finish this fight themselves. And now look at Powers saying, what are you doing here, Travis Cook? You have no business in this ring, Travis Cook. The most controversial manner in SICW, and we might see another pile driver here as Ron Powers. Oh! Ron, distracted by Travis Cook, he catches a super kick from Ricky Cruz, and the referee gets the 3 count. The referee gets the 3 count, and Ricky Cruz has defeated Ron Powers. Look at Travis Cook and Casa and Bronson all celebrating. Well, look at the guy really celebrating is Ricky Cruz. He saw it opening. Powers distracted by Travis Cook being in that ring, saying, get out of our ring, let us settle this issue once and for all. And then he walked right into the super kick when he started to give the pile driver to Travis Cook. Oh, see what I mean? We made a mistake. We should never have made it a no disqualification. Anything goes, because it just opened the door to a controversy like this. I guess it's a controversy. Ricky Cruz doesn't think it's a controversy. Powers charging over after Casa and Travis Cook. Cruz even bailed out, but Ron Powers Ron Powers is going to be leaving town. Ron Powers is out of SICW for the rest of the year, abiding by the rules, abiding by his word that he made as he went into this match. He knows what he did, and he knows he made a mistake. He left himself wide open when he went for that pile driver on Travis Cook. Cook baited him. Cook got him all set up, and then, of all things, Ricky Cruz took advantage of it with that super kick. Ron Powers. The crowd chanting, "Thank you, Ron." Chanting, "Thank you, Ron." Powers gesturing at Cruz and at Travis Cook. Ron Powers going out the door, heading for the parking lot. Ron Powers, he's gone.
Something will be done. There's somebody out there somewhere that'll take care of business.
If you do
all right.
Come back next year,
Herb,
gonna be...
take care, man.
Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Take care. Herb.
See you. Buddy. Meet Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, at the exciting SICW card Saturday, June 21st at the East Carondelet Community Center. DiBiase will be inducted into the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame June 21st. Classic champion Ironman Casa and Ricky Cruz oppose the Young Lions, Daniel Eads and Heath Hatton. Flash Flanagan tackles Big Jim Hofarth. Gary Jackson tests Bull Bronson. The Thumper faces Jazz. For tickets, call 286-4848. It's the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, in East Carondelet, Saturday, June 21st. Saturday, June 21st, East Carondelet Community Center, a big night, big matches, big opponents against each other. Flash Flanagan tangling with 335-pound Big Jim Hofarth, the former Big Texan. And Jim, I got to be honest with you. You don't have the mask on now. I see you in that ring, and I see something more. I think you look terrific. I think you look better.
Well, that's good. But, and I give you, thanks for giving me props, but I got to cut you off, Larry. There's something I want to talk about. Growing up in this business, when I started when I was 18 years old, I was told two things. One, respect the veterans. Two, everyone's got to put food on the table. So if you take that away from someone, that is just disrespectful. What you did tonight, Flash, when you interfered into Ron's match, trying to get Ricky to help, get Ricky to win, that was disrespectful. You have no respect for Ron, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. It doesn't matter. And for you to take the right for him to have food on the table for his kids, that's the other thing. You broke both things that I respect in this business. So it doesn't matter what you say, Larry. It doesn't matter what Flash says. I'm coming after him for respect.
Well, that's a good reason. Of course, then you guys were in the Battle Royal on May 17th, got yourselves tangled up, went over the top rope. He's arguing that you pulled him out after he'd thrown you out, who knows, whatever it was. All the more reasons. I sense a lot of tension, a lot of anger building between you and Flash Flanagan.
Well, I've never fought Flanagan, Flash, or whatever you want him to be called, But it's all about respect, Larry. Respect is the only thing that is really true in this business. If you can't respect your opponent, you can't respect your tag partner. Speaking of tag partners.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. I was glad you said that about Waco.
Waco. I'm not done with him. I had a little piece of him tonight, but I'm not done.
May 17th, I know you got the upper hands on Waco, but I expect he's looking for something back on you too. Does it feel funny after all the time you were a partner with Waco to be in there against him as an opponent? It has to feel odd, doesn't it?
It does feel odd because you kind of know what to expect next, but then I throw something different, he throws something different, so it's weird.
And going back to Flash Flanagan too, as we get into that situation, you've always been a rough and tumble competitor. And that's something that Flash does too. Do you think that gives you a little bit more of an advantage against Flash because you're thinking like him that this is a hard business, this is a dog-eat-dog business? Maybe that gives you a little edge with Flash Flanagan because you're just like him?
Hey, like I said, I've never fought the guy before. And if we have a little edge with each other that we can kind of know each other, that's fine. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to take him out due to respect.
Flash Flanagan, Big Jim Hofarth, June 21st, East Carondelet. It will be a big battle. Meet Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, at the exciting SICW card Saturday, June 21st at the East Carondelet Community Center. DiBiase will be inducted into the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame June 21st. Classic champion Ironman Casa and Ricky Cruz oppose the Young Lions, Daniel Eads and Heath Hatton. Flash Flanagan tackles Big Jim Hofarth. Gary Jackson tests Bull Bronson. The Thumper faces Chaz. For tickets, call 286-4848. It's the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, in East Carondelet, Saturday, June 21st.
Bottom rope!
Before Dewey Robertson moved to Texas and wrestled as the Missing Link, Dewey had a long winning streak in the Midwest. Ken Patera was an established main event star from New York to California. On November 29, 1981, Robertson and Patera squared off on Wrestling at the Chase.
Today, Ken Patera. Patera squeezing with that bear hug on the already battered back, but Robertson gets free. Patera bangs the knee into the back of Robertson. Dewey falling into some trouble. Patera working that back over. Again, the bear hug by Patera. Look where his head is. He gets the head underneath the arm, and he'll try to keep it there so that Robertson cannot punish his ears. Patera squeezing, the first man ever to lift more than 500 pounds overhead. Makes you wonder about Crusher Blackwell, doesn't it? There's a guy who comes in around 480 pounds, and we've heard him claim that he cannot be body slammed. Maybe Patera be the guy to try it. Oh, Patera rushed Robertson, and Robertson caught him with a backflip. The crowd here is in an uproar as Robertson and Patera go at it hot and heavy, but again, Patera is able to clamp on the bear hug. We speak about Crusher Blackwell. Don't go away, because Crusher Blackwell, all 482 pounds, will be making his debut on Wrestling at the Chase very shortly. He's on the day's lineup. You've got to see him to believe him. 482 pounds, and he can deliver drop kicks. In fact, we even saw him do a drop toe hold once. That is amazing for someone of that size. He is amazing. Robertson putting pressure against the chin of Ken Patera, and now trying to slide his arm inside that bear hug. If he can get inside, and if he can break the grip, he might be able to do something. He's inside. The elbow's underneath the elbow of Patera. He comes out with a hip toss. Nicely done by Dewey Robertson. Patera kicks Robertson away. Patera is no slouch. Patera attacks from behind on Robertson with the forearm. That was a legal blow. Robertson arm whipped. Oh, and Robertson comes off with a knee lift while Patera was waiting with the backflip. Robertson covers Patera. Try for a pin before Patera's shoulders are up. A knee into the rib cage by Patera. Second knee, that one underneath the chin. Robertson stunned. Forearm smash to the head. Robertson fighting back.
10 minutes have elapsed, 5 minutes left.
5 minutes remain. The Missouri State Championship on the line as Ken Patera defends the throne against Dewey Robertson. Robertson has the leg. He kicks Patera in the knee. Spreads the legs. Robertson to the air. Oh, right into the hamstring muscles. Dropping his own knees into the hamstrings on both sides of Ken Patera. Double knee stop against the ears. Patera down. Robertson covers. Count of one. Count of two. And just at two, Patera shoves Robertson off. Patera has run into a buzzsaw named Dewey Robertson. Patera with a headbutt to the stomach. Oh, a chop to the throat, right to the windpipe. I don't know if it was with the inside of the hand or with the extended fingers. It was hard to tell from this vantage point, but it certainly was effective. You don't have to give Patera much of an opening. An inch is as good as 10 inches as far as he's concerned. Any little opening and Patera will take advantage. He tells the referee that he's using the hand, and that's questionable probably. Oh, Robertson blocked that thrust into the corner, and he grabbed Patera's head, but Patera fights right back. And now Patera and Robertson toe-to-toe. Robertson getting the better of it. Patera staggering, and down he goes before Robertson can throw another punch. Oh, Robertson stops right on the head of the Missouri State champion. Robertson working with the boots across the face of Patera. Patera crawling to the ropes. A knee drop to the neck, another knee to the neck, a third knee to the neck of Ken Patera by Dewey Robertson. And the crowd stands and applauds for Robertson. What a tremendous effort by Robertson as he tries to oust Ken Patera as the Missouri state ruler.
3 minutes left, 3 minutes.
Robertson catches Patera in the abdominal stretch. The abdominal stretch by Robertson on Patera. If Patera gives up, that Missouri title belt is going to Dewey Robertson. Patera grabbing for the hair, now pulling up the bottom leg. And a hip toss by Patera breaks the abdominal stretch of Dewey Robertson. That was pure muscle there. The muscle certainly does help. Oh, there's Patera with the full Nelson. Can he swing it? Can he make it a swinging neck breaker? Robertson pulls himself to the ropes and then bounces the head of Patera into the top turnbuckle. Dewey Robertson showing us a lot. Even Mickey Garagiola shaking his head in admiration for Dewey Robertson. He is giving Patera a battle. Running body slam by Robertson. This could be it. Count of 1, 2. Patera shoves off Robertson. I see some blood from the shoulder of Patera. He suffered a skinned shoulder and blood is trickling down the arm and the shoulder of Ken Patera. Oh, beautiful move by Patera. This could be it. The front rolling cradle and Robertson just gets free at the count of 2. Side headlock by Patera. He's thrown away by Robertson. Oh! Robertson's head forward. They collide at Patera trying to keep his balance. Down he goes. Patera, I see Patera. He's bleeding from the forehead too. A cut across the forehead of Ken Patera. Patera has a scrape on his shoulder. He has a bloody forehead. And he throws a punch at Dewey Robertson. Patera still hanging in there. You think this man is easy to take the Missouri state title away from? You're kidding yourself if you think that. Because Patera is as tough and strong and well-rounded an athlete as there is in any sport anywhere.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
1 minute remaining. Patera missed with the elbow drop. Robertson sees Patera down there. Giant splash. He covers Patera. Count of 1, count of 2, and Patera gets the shoulder up. Bloody but unbowed Ken Patera just refusing to break as Robertson tries to take the Missouri crown away from him. Patera gouging the eyes of Robertson. Time running out. Robertson has to turn it on. As far as Patera is concerned, a draw is as good as a win because the Missouri crown stays with him. A smash to the back of Dewey Robertson. Patera lifts Robertson. Falling body slam by Patera. He covers the challenger. Count of 2 and Robertson gets away. Both men having their chances in this fantastic battle. Each man has had the opportunity to put the other away and just missed. Robertson with a punch to the stomach. A back rolling cradle by Robertson, but Patera's in the ropes. There'll be no pin here. There's the bell. The time limit has expired. So the match is a draw, but of course that means that Ken Patera retains the Missouri title.
Meet Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, at the exciting SICW card Saturday, June 21st at the East Carondelet Community Center. DiBiase will be inducted into the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame June 21st. Classic champion Ironman Casa and Ricky Cruz oppose the Young Lions, Daniel Eads and Heath Hatton. Flash Flanagan tackles Big Jim Hofarth. Gary Jackson tests Bull Bronson. The Thumper faces Jazz. For tickets, call 286-4848. It's the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, in East Carondelet, Saturday, June 21st. The stars were not aligned for Ron Powers when he took on Ricky Cruz in that loser leaves town duel. Old enemies of Powers like Flash Flanagan and Travis Cook certainly had a hand in Cruz scoring the victory. In the end, Ron Powers was sad, angry, and frustrated talking with promoter Herb Simmons in a dark parking lot. Next week on SICW Wrestling Explosion, on hand are Flanagan, Heath Hatton, Bull Bronson, and Jake Durden. But Ron Powers, well, Ron Powers is gone.
See you guys.
See you later, man.
Thanks for
Love
coming.
you guys.
Sorry for sweating.
Biggest
That's all
staying
right.
around, man. You're
We
great.
are.
You are great.
We appreciate you.
Thanks.
I'll keep in touch.
Appreciate you coming. All right.
Keep in touch.
See ya.
man.
Thanks for coming, guys. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
That's right. Hey,
That was.
We love you, Ron.
hey, love you guys too.
Okay.
Give everybody my best, man. Keep these guys in line.
Are you coming back next year?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll figure something out.